Hey everyone, I'm Ellen here at Etrailer.com, and today we're taking a look at the LubriMatic Standard Pistol Grip Grease Gun. This is going to help you get your bearings greased up, do any kind of maintenance for your fifth wheel, hitch, or your coupler on your kingpin for your RV, all kinds of stuff around the campsite, or for any kind of automotive use, and also for keeping that trailer up to par. So it can be used for a lot of different things, but should be a pretty standard size. It's going to take a 14-ounce cartridge of grease, which is not included, but you can find some different options for grease here at etrailer.com, including marine grease, lithium grease, and also high temp grease as well. So you want to make sure that you get the right grease for your application. But as far as this guy, again, it's going to have that pistol grip, so it lets you easily pump everything up full of grease. And it comes with two different attachments to make it a little bit easier to get things greased up. So we'll get a flexible hose and then also just a straight fixed coupler. They both have couplers on the end, so you don't have to worry about swapping those out and getting your hands even greasier. There's no way around a grease gun being kind of a messy tool. We have one of these in the shop, and grease leaks out a little bit here and there, so they do get kind of messy, but it should do a pretty good job of making sure everything is lubricated properly, which, as you know, is going to be the key to keeping your equipment lasting for a long time. So you can attach this hose or one of the attachments either perpendicular to the tube, or you can remove this screw at the top and have it come out the top like that. So you have a little bit of options there. There's another screw right here. This is more for bulk loading, so if you want to put this into a barrel of grease and pull that up to create suction to pull the grease in that way, you can do it that way. It does not come with a fitting to do that, so you might have to pick something up on your own to facilitate that, but otherwise you can fill it by unthreading the barrel up here at the top. And initially, there won't be anything in there, but just draw back on the plunger, and it should hold in place without you really doing anything. Plop your tube of grease in there. You want to make sure you remove the foil liner. There's usually some kind of liner and a cap to drop that in there, and then press on this little tab, and that's going to push that down and get that ready to go. You want to make sure that you don't press that tab until you have the cap back on, or else it's going to just shoot that tube of grease right out. So be sure that you replace that cap before you release that. So if we take a little closer look on the inside, it's going to have a nice thick rubber grommet here to push that grease out and create a nice seal to make sure that we get all that grease going back. So again, I'll show you how to get this ready to load. Put your tube of grease down in there, and then replace the cap. And it's also probably a good idea to have one of the fittings on there as well, so whichever one you're using for your application. That way the grease doesn't just spew out the top. And then again, just press on that tab. Watch your fingers, because this plunger is going to come right back at you. You can hear the air escaping there. And then it's just a matter of pressing down that trigger to push the grease out. All in all, pretty nice, simple to use. The pipe is going to be a 3.5-inch long pipe. Or really, it's going to be a bit longer than that, actually. Going from the threads to the very end, it's more like 6.25-inch long. And our flexible hose is right about 12 inches. If you go about 12.5. This does have a output pressure of 5,000 psi, or pounds per square inch, so it should be good for your larger wheel bearings to get that grease put in place. And it also has an output rate of 1 ounce per 40 strokes. It does come with this little ring to kind of help keep that pistol grip together. I could see this being something that you immediately lose though, so if you're somebody who's really meticulous, it's a nice little add-on to keep that trigger closed so it doesn't accidentally squeeze while you have it in storage, but there's nothing really to keep that there in place, so probably going to get lost somewhere along the way. As far as the overall length for storage, it's about 15 inches long from the very bottom of that lever to the top of our pistol grip, and then about 5 inches wide, and the tube is about 2.5, roughly 2.5 inches in diameter. It does have a 1-year limited warranty, and that's pretty much all there is to it. It's a really good tool to have around the place. Again, it's going to have that coupler that's going to adjust around your grease zerk fitting, or it should. You can usually unthread these guys and adjust the pressure there, but it's pretty tight and my hands are not the strongest. So again, coupler on both of these, but I think it should be a good tool for you to have. Keep everything nice and greased up and lubricated, and should last for a good long time. Hope this video has been helpful in deciding if this is going to be the right grease gun for you. If not, we do have some other options here at Etrailer.com, including a little bit higher end grease guns than this, and also some grease guns that are a mini version, which makes them much more compact. So check out all our options and see what we got for you. Thanks for watching.